Hi Andrew, you gonna show everybody how you do a crawfish boil today? Alright, show us what's in the bucket. What's in the bucket?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Alright, so here we are getting ready to make an authentic Louisiana crawfish boil. I have Andrew, the junior chef, helping us to get everything ready. So, Andrew, what's in the bucket? Crawfish. So, there's the live crawfish, and all we're doing right now is adding water to keep them clean and getting ready to cook them in a little bit. Say hi. Okay, here we have Andrew checking the fire in the pot. Inside the pot, we just have some plain water getting ready to boil right now. We're going to add our seasonings in a minute. And we have our fire up all the way, getting the water ready to boil. Okay. Alright, so what we want to do is show you some of the vegetables that actually go into a crawfish boil. So we've prepared our vegetables. Some of them you eat, just about anything. You can eat anything you put in there, but some of them are just for flavoring. But things like artichokes, we'll put those in. Potatoes, those really aren't flavoring. They absorb the flavoring. So we're going to eat a lot of those when we're done. So some of the different vegetables that we have, we've got carrots, garlic, onions, lots of lemon, celery, and then we've got our red potatoes. So what we're going to do, and that's an onion, and what we're going to do is put all of them in this bag, Andrew. This is the bag that the crawfish came in. Put them on in there, Andrew. This is the bag the crawfish came in, and so we're going to use that to first boil all the vegetables before we put any crawfish in, okay? All right. What's that? Yep, put them in there. Thank you. Well, I also wanted to show you one of the most important parts of the crawfish boil, and that is the ice cold beer. Favorite Miller Lite. Gotta have that. Okay, well now we're ready to season our water, and here we have our trusty crawfish paddle, which is ideal for just lifting off the lid. Looking at the water, nice and steaming. Okay, so what we're going to do is add our Zatarain's powdered crab oil. Comes in a convenient 73-ounce size. All the seasoning you need at first, at least, for the boil. Okay, so we'll just pour that on in there. And that's our first batch of seasoning, and we'll turn up the fire and get it up to a rolling boil again. And then we'll be ready for the Alright, here we have Caitlin picking up some selected crawfish to show the audience. Find the one with the biggest claws. It's not bad. Not bad. Let's see if he wants to fight with you. Nope, doesn't want to fight. Just wants to sit there.
Whoa!
There's a big one.
See if they'll fight.
See if he wants to fight, huh? Wow. There we go. Nope. Okay, so now we're going to see our seasoning pot. See how beautiful red that is? Just coming to a boil. So what we're going to do is to get our bag of vegetables that we prepared a little bit earlier. You see how pretty that is? Potatoes, onions, carrots, celery. I'm going to pick that up. We're going to place it in the boiling cauldron. And that's the first thing that's going to cook, and that's going to help season our water. Make sure we can get to it later. That's going to help us to season our water, and it's also going to give us those vegetables like artichokes and potatoes that we like to eat. So we'll let those boil for a few minutes. All right, Caitlin, what do we have?
We're gonna drain the crawfish.
Drain the crawfish. So what we've done is actually cleaned them a couple of times, soaked them just in water, kind of stirred them up to get the dirt out. And you see the water's kind of clear now. So you can see all the beautiful crawfish. We have about 30 pounds. These were caught yesterday in Jennings, Louisiana. And I got them from a friend of mine, the Albro family. Thank you very much. And so what we're going to do is cook them New Orleans style, as I like to tell them down there in Jennings. So what we're going to do now, Caitlin and I are going to drain these crawfish and get ready to put them into the boiling cauldron. Say goodbye, crawfish. Okay, so what we've done here is we've actually put in the crawfish and put the vegetables on top. The vegetables have been boiling for about 15 minutes. So we're going to put the crawfish in and let them cook down for about 5 minutes. And I've added a little bit of liquid crab oil to make up for the potatoes that may have absorbed some of the powdered crab oil. So we're going to let these boil for about 5 minutes and then we'll let them. Okay, now my crawfish have boiled for about 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to take the top off. Take a look at that. How beautiful that is. Got to make sure our veggies go way down in there. And at this point, all we have to do is let them soak now. They're really cooked, but they haven't absorbed the seasoning. So what we're going to do is add a little box of mushrooms, about 3 pounds of sausage. And then what I do is I like to put in the frozen corn on the cob here. And I like using frozen because the cold water helps slow down the process. Okay? So what we're going to do is go ahead and turn off the fire. Look how beautiful red that is. And what we're going to do is go ahead and turn off the fire and let them soak for about 20 or 30 minutes. We'll start testing them in about 20 minutes. And hopefully, they'll be done. And I forgot to add one of the most important ingredients. It's actually about a stick of butter. And what the butter's supposed to do is to help add a little oil to it to make them easier to peel. But jury's still out, but we do it anyway. Okay, so now we're ready to pull them out. They've been soaking for about 25 minutes. We've tasted them. They're well seasoned. So what we're going to do is just pull it up. Come on in and take a look. Look inside. How they look? Good? Okay, we'll lift it up. Don't let it get too steamy. How's it looking?
It's looking good.
Alright. Alright. Okay, so now we're ready. They've soaked for 25 minutes. We're going to pour them out. You ready? Pick them up. Pour them on. There we go. There it is. And that's how you do a crawfish boil in Louisiana.
Can I just show them the butt?
Yep.
Okay, first you take the head and you rip it off. Well, I already know which one. And you peel the sides around it. Ow. That's what you have to be careful of. Then you take it out and you go.
Tastes good?
They're good.
All right.
And then sometimes people like to suck the juice out of the head. Ew! Ew! Ew!
Let me see you do that again. Sucking the heads. All right.